Good morning to you. It is Wednesday morning. I say Wednesday morning, it's fast approaching midday, which is when we've got our webinar. I did manage to catch a few hours sleep. However, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't just a little bit groggy. However, the adrenaline will start kicking and all will be good as it always is. Anyway, so we've got 170 people booked on this webinar, which is why I pulled pretty much an all-nighter to make sure that it was absolutely ready. Technically it was working. This morning, however, not a glitch. Trace woke up, came down here, the fairies were at work, and everything was working first time down here. It goes like that sometimes, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm gonna jump on this webinar. I'll share some stuff with you that we share on this webinar because it's really valuable stuff if you're a business owner in terms of looking at what's in your gap, specifically what's holding you back, and also what is it that maybe you're not doing. People who double their turnovers in a year, quadruple their turnovers in a year, triple their profitability in a year. What is it they're doing that maybe other people aren't? Maybe you're not. Stay tuned. I'll share that as we go through the rest of this morning and day. Catch you in just a little bit. Okay, so we've just come off the webinar, hour and 43 minutes. I don't do things by halves. So yeah, we had 172 or 3 people registered for that. Obviously, you don't get everyone turning up on the day. That's fine. We had a good turnout nonetheless. And of course, go to webinar and us will do all we need to do in order to make those people that weren't there watch it as a catch up. So overall, it was a success. The content went down really well. Had some really good uptake, got some good conversations out of it. Tracy's got some phone calls. You can see my studio right now. This is the view that they had. So it was that view, which makes it look like obviously it's really tidy and sorted. You know better if you've been following me because you know we're in the process of upgrading this studio. So you know the real truth. Okay, which is it's still a bit of a shite hole down here. And there's that cardboard. I love my piece of cardboard. So we're not quite there yet with the studio. I've got till Monday. We're launching Monday. And yeah, it's going to look bloody awesome by then. You know why? Because it has to. We'll do whatever it takes in order to make that happen. So I've got the new desks over there all piled in. We've had to move it around a little bit so we could run this webinar. But by Monday, the studio will be set up in its pretty much semi-permanent state. So we can come down here, hit the button, turn it up, fire the studio up, and we can just we can make shit happen. For the time being, however, I've just got myself a little corner that makes it look like it's really sorted in there. There you go. Behind the curtain. Little secret for you. Okay, awesome guys. My voice has gone a little bit. I had a late night last night, as you know, and I've been talking for now 45 minutes, absolutely straight. So yeah, my voice is going to get a break now, apart from social talking. Oh, I say that, bloody hell, completely forgotten. I've got my foundation members later today. So no, I'm going to have to give my voice a rest for the next few hours because actually in about 4 hours we're heading off to do our new foundation program. Second session there. Today is actually all about pricing and really the content is about selling twice as much selling twice as much for twice as much. You've got to forgive my brain today, please. Yeah, so we're selling twice as much for twice as much. That's my aim today. 4 times turnovers, 4 times revenues, 4 times business growth. That's the theme. I will share with you some snippets and secrets that I talk about to them guys later. Bear with me on that one. Until then, be successful, do whatever you need to do, get your head down and make today count. Check in with you in just a little bit. In West Berkshire at Success Group's headquarters. Today we're here for the second session of the foundation program. The foundation program we run is like an incubator program for Success Group. So it's for people to really come and see what we're about. But the program itself stands on its own feet. So it's kind of everything we believe you need to hear early on in your business to make sure that this is working properly, but also make sure you're pricing properly, your model's right, etc. So It's the perfect blend of fluff and function. The fluff being personal development, mindset and attitude, the things you can't necessarily see but have a massive impact on your results. The functional things like today, we're looking at selling more and selling for more and making sure we've got the right clients and the right products at the right prices to hit the goals and our own ambitions. And yeah, I love this session actually. This is one of my absolute favourites. I've been doing sessions on how to raise your prices for 6, 7, 8 years now, and it's something I'm really passionate about, because a lot of business owners, especially in the service industries, tend to underprice themselves. They can end up working so hard to hit that amazing result, but they're only charging kind of bargain basement prices. So one of my messages today is you cannot sell Rolls Royces at BMW prices, and for that matter you can't sell BMWs at Ford prices. You have to make sure you're selling the right product at the right price to the right client, otherwise it ain't going to work for you. Your business would not last very long. If you were Rolls Royce and you were trying to sell Rolls Royces at BMW prices, you'd probably sell them well, but you're never going to grow your business, and the chances are you're going to trade yourself straight into the ground. Likewise, you might be able to con a few people into paying Rolls Royce prices for BMWs, but there's no long-term strategy there, because word will soon get out that you're not worth the cash. It's about getting that balance right for you, for the product that you want to serve, the people you want to serve and the product that you want to sell them. There's no right and wrong. You can sell a million things for £1, or you can sell one thing for £1,000,000. For me, as I keep saying, small business owners, you want to be more of a boutique offering. You definitely want to be looking at more of a high price ticket with more margin in it. It's just easier for us to compete at that level than it is to try and do the mass market thing. However, there's no right and wrong. It's just right and wrong based on what it is you're trying to get as the end result. Anyway, I'll share more as we go through today. Until then, enjoy the show. Okay, so we're back home. I apologise for the mess behind me on the windowsill. Our cleaner had a day off today, as is evidence now in the background. Today, as promised, I will come back to you and give you a couple of little tips that came out of the session we ran today. Today was all about charging more and selling more. So on charging more, if you're a business owner, for you to be able to charge more, you need to be worth more. And to be worth more, you need to be valued at more than what you currently are by your clients. So the question is really simple. How do you become more valuable to your clients? So there's a couple of things you can do. Number one is you need to become more mission critical to your clients' outcomes. So if you're nice to have, then you're only going to be worth a certain amount of money to someone. But if you're an essential part of someone's strategy or an essential part of someone else's outcome that they're working towards, you become more valuable to them. If you are in business and what you do isn't mission critical, but what you do is you add desirability factor. So maybe you have products or services which are desirable, then the more desirable your products become, then the more expensive you are as well. So the more desirable your earrings are, your jewelry is, your handbags, your watches, whatever it might be, okay, then the more expensive you're going to be. So constantly think about that. It's not about necessarily giving any more. It might not even be about changing much of what you do. It's really simple. How do you position yourself with your client base so that they perceive you and see you as being more valuable to them, therefore you're worth more, and therefore, of course, you can charge a higher ticket price. I've just condensed there about 2 hours of session into a few sentences, but hopefully it gives you enough to start working on and thinking about. Anyway, I will check in with you tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. Hope you've had an awesome Wednesday, and I'll see you in the morning. Have a good one. Good night.